Stardate 1540.6, Chief Cosmetologist log. I just want to make sure I document this conversation, especially after what happened on Alpha Centauri. Uhura Han, could you get my agent? So, Manny, I got your message. It was a little bit garbled, but I think I got everything. Oh, Manny, I am so excited. I'm about to pee myself. Oh, imagine me promoting the Spice Girls. Oh, well, I just assumed when you said 21st century band, 5 members. Wrong century. Well, who is it? 5-year mission? Who is that? I met them? Starbase Indy? I've never been to Starbase Indy. That's the trouble with time travel. You never know if you're going or if you've gone. Anywho, so if I'm going to talk about this band, can I just use the stuff that I wrote about the Spice Girls? You know, I can just kind of change the names. So, Manny, they're paying me, right? Is that a lot? How does this money thing work again? Let me tell you about the members of 5-year mission. Mike Rittenhouse. He's my favorite. Was that any good? Mike Rittenhouse. He's my favorite. Was that any? That wasn't any good. No. Again. Yeah. Rittenhouse. What kind of name is that? Now, Mike is the genesis device of the whole band. Not only did he come up with the concept, but he's also horribly destructive. True story. At Starbase Indy, Mike's arm was ripped out of the socket by a rampaging Gorn. No, just his pinky. Well, I can't tell people that. Oh, you mean his little finger. Well, pinky means a little something different in the 23rd century. Can we just keep it his arm? Nobody's going to care about his little finger. There are reports that Mike uses something called Mountain Dew as a spice. Mike's nickname is Sporty Spice, and that's short for sports injury spice. You see, every time Mike falls off the stage, he tries to pass it off as a sports injury. He, has been very open about struggling with eating disorders all through his career. God, he must inject Crisco to make up for that. Have you seen him? Noah Butler. He's my favorite. Now that's a real name. It sounds like an old Southern name. I think I do remember meeting him. He's the short one with the dirty blonde hair. He reminded me of my mama. He smells like whiskey and rubbing alcohol. Just like Mama's kisses. Actually, Mama's kisses were more like Saurian brandy and turpentine. Noah's hobby is any craft that involves sniffable glue. Noah's nickname is Baby Spice because he's the cutest and the blondest, and he's the most likely to be mistaken for an adolescent girl. Chris Spurgin, Chris Spurgeon is my favorite. Now, Chris is the looker in the band. That's why those other boys gave him the nickname Face. Really? That's the best they could do? Because Chris is so well-groomed, people often mistake him for a gay gentleman. But he's neither gay nor gentleman. Of course, in this group, Rasputin would look well-groomed. Now, fun fact about Chris, he's also a professional actor, and he's a classically trained yarler. His nickname is Posh Spice. He's married to that footballer from Britain, that David Beckham. And he's got his own line of handbags and dresses. Oh, PJ is my favorite. I love redheads. He's not just in 5-year mission, he's also in 13 other bands. What does PJ stand for? Now, I had a classmate at Starfleet who was also named PJ, and that was short for Punjab. Am I pronouncing that correctly? Punjab? That was where he came from, not what he liked to do. PJ's nickname is Ginger Spice because of his saucy red hair. No one can ever forget PJ's antics with Prince Charles or that boob slippage incident when he was wearing that iconic Union Jack miniskirt he made so famous. Andy Fark. What can I say about Andy Fark? No, seriously, what can I say about Andy Fark? Oh, Andy's my favorite. While everyone in the band plays multiple instruments and sings and writes lyrics and songs, Andy only plays the drums. You know, drummers are always the quirky ones in the bands. Why, Andy, he's like Animal from the Muppets, but without being burdened by all that charm. Appropriately, Andy is called Scary Spice, and he's no stranger to scandal. Why, you probably remember that court case that he had with Eddie Murphy over the paternity of that child? Yes, Eddie Murphy turned out to be his baby daddy. I thought Eddie Murphy only liked transsexual prostitutes. Fark has the moves. He can dance. He's as perfect as the Black Swan. Oh, I just can't say enough about 5-Year Mission. Oh, by the great blue gods of Andoria, haven't I already said enough about 5-Year Mission? Be sure to get their albums Year 1 and Year 2. Their first 2 albums are available on their website, 5yearmission.net, and you can also download them at Amazon or iTunes. You can get them at anywhere that fine cassettes or 8-tracks are sold. Now, Manny, I'm just sending you raw footage, so you're going to have to edit some of this out, okay? Can't we go back to the late 1990s and see if we can get a Spice Girls promotional deal? Bye-bye, Manny. That wasn't any good.